Where's been one of the worst places you've ever played?
Oh, I would say the worst place I've ever played is probably Kilkenny, Ireland. I would say that was the roughest.
I figured the Irish would laugh at anything though, because aren't they drunk all the time?
Yes.
Or is that just a bad stereotype?
No,
on my
in
part?
fact it's a socially irresponsible understatement. The truth is, no, it was. Listen, we had it was like Ireland is like a sort of a country-sized medieval-themed frat party, and I was rushing that week. There's a great bit about this trip on the special live in Oakland. About my trip to Ireland, but so you can check that out. But I will say that the untold story was I had a long week in Ireland. People making fun of me in the streets, literally not because of my comedy, but just because of my physical appearance, which is a very, very nice way to enter a country. Just nudging each other and making fun of me as I'd walk along. Just a great trip. At the end of the week, I was like beleaguered. I had some rough shows. I was just I was not doing well. I'm walking home from my hotel, from the club to my hotel, and this old Irish guy stops me. I thought Ireland would be like, old like philosophers in cable knit sweaters and a pipe. Like, let me tell you about fighting the English. But really, they were like, let me tell you about beating up gay kids in high school. I mean, it was that level. But this guy stopped me, and he's this nice old man, and he goes, what are you doing in town? And I'm like, oh, I'm here for comedy. I'm trying. And he's like, what's your name? And I'm like, it's Moshe. He's like, well, thank you, Moshe. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you being here. And I was just like, wow, thanks, man. Maybe I had the wrong impression of this place. Maybe I just had bad luck, And maybe these people are sweet. And I like, thank you, mister. And I start walking away. I get about 100 feet away. He goes, hey, Moshe. And I turn around, and this 70-year-old man is like grabbing his crotch, sticking his tongue out like, ugh! It was like a Twin Peaks David Lynch experience. Like I couldn't wrap my mind around what was happening. I just started like laughing. Then I go from there. I'm beaten to a pulp. I take a plane trip to the Ring of Kerry, this like beautiful area in Ireland. I just want to go home, but I'm like I might as well just go. I had a rental car reserved. I flew to Kerry. I get there, I'm by myself. I go to the rental car place. I go, I'm here to get my rental car. They're like, we don't have a rental car for you. I'm like, oh no. How much would it be to just, they'd never got my reservation. I go, well, how much to just rent a car? They're like, £1,000, £1,000,000, €1,000,000, whatever. Just, you can't have one. I step outside. The heavens open up on me. A torrential Thailand-level monsoon opens up on me. I begin to weep. I walk it back into the airport. I just go, can I just fly back to Dublin, please? Like as if that's the way an airport works. You can just tell them you're having trauma and they let you go. They're like, no. I take a bus into town. The next day I'm on a tour bus by myself as there's like couples like having the time of their life. There's some tour guide like, to the right is the Ring of Kerry, and I'm by myself just staring listlessly out. Look, I'm not much of a patriot. I'm not a big patriot. But when I got back to America, my next show was in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I was not looking forward to it. At these moments in comedy, you think, turns out I'm not good at this. And I did my first joke, and they laughed, and I just thought, God bless America. It was the most patriotic feeling. I almost turned around and joined the military, flew to Afghanistan to fight for our freedom in that moment. So anyway, that was the worst. That was the worst.